On January 8, 1995, the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode, Past Tense, Part 1, aired for the first time. In the episode, a temporal anomaly causes a malfunction in the transporter, causing members of the Defiant to be beamed back in time to the year 2024, San Francisco, California. This is what they found.
What is this place?
Sanctuary District.
21st century history is not one of my strong points. Too depressing.
It's been a hobby of mine. They made some ugly mistakes, but they also paved the way for a lot of things we now take for granted.
I assume this is one of those mistakes.
A bad one. By the early 2020s, there was a place like this in every major city in the United States.
Well, the mid-2020s is pretty far away. I mean, it's only 2019. We've got at least...
Why are these people in here? Are they criminals?
You know, people with criminal records weren't allowed in the sanctuary districts.
Then what do they do to deserve this?
Nothing. Just people. Without jobs or places to live.
So they get put in here?
Welcome to the 21st century, Doctor.
So basically arresting people for being poor. Well, I mean, that's crazy. That would never happen today, especially not in California. I mean, California loves poor people. Let me just do a little browsing. Oh, what's this? Oh, a Tim Pool video. You know, he's pretty on the ball, but this just can't be right.
One of the proposed solutions to California's homeless crisis is the forced internment of the homeless.
Just people. Without jobs or places to live.
Okay. I know this sounds bad, but there's got to be more to it than just being poor. I mean, this is America. Our poor people have cell phones and, you know, other things, things they own. In that Deep Space Nine episode, the only things those people had inside the sanctuary were the clothes on their back and ration cards for food and water.
We're talking about homeless people, for being poor, being rounded up into places you can't leave, and then the government assumes conservatorship, meaning they control your assets.
Okay, but no one is actually asking for this to happen, right? I mean, this has just got to be a worst case scenario, right?
They have sent a letter to the governor demanding the right to intern people simply for being poor.
Fine. But this is just one small town. That's a far cry from being an entire state.
The first thing, though, is not about one small town. It's about the state of California and what they want to do.
But still, it's just California. In the Deep Space Nine episode, Sisko said every city in the country had a sanctuary district.
What's coming next is in California right now. And my response is nothing more than, "Dear God, please help us," and I'm not exaggerating. Take a look at this story from PRI. California is living America's dystopian future.
Come on, Tim. Dystopian is a pretty strong word for California.
There are a lot of problems in California. Disease, rampant homelessness, human waste on the streets of numerous cities, mostly in San Francisco. But we also have a problem with wealth disparity. San Francisco is essentially like an oligarchy. You've got global elites living atop their ivory towers while the poor are rummaging through the streets with waste everywhere.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty dystopian. But this elite oligarchy, surely that wasn't in the Deep Space Nine episode.
I think we've won them over. I hear you just came back from Christchurch.
Yes, did a little skiing on Mount Cook.
You're lucky. We had to cancel our trip to the Alps this year because of the student protests in France.
I thought the neo-Trotskyists were going to put a stop to that.
They're not having any more luck than the Gaullists did.
Son of a bitch.
One possible approach: pursuing involuntary commitment. A new state law, authored by Wiener, makes it easier for 3 counties to, quote, conserve or take guardianship over homeless people with severe mental illness or substance use disorders who bounce in and out of short-term psychiatric commitments.
Some of these people are mentally ill. They need proper medical treatment.
I know, but they're not going to get it. Not now, anyway.
If they were capable of giving proper medical attention to the mentally ill, wouldn't they already be doing it?
You need to get clean. You need to get sober. You need to demonstrate self-sufficiency. And once you do that, you're free to go.
How are we supposed to find a place to work? Somewhere to live if we are stuck in here?
Well, one of the services we provide is job placement.
And how long does that usually take?
I wish I could give you a definite answer, but jobs are hard to come by. My advice is to be patient.
When the government says to be patient, it's already time to panic. In all seriousness, though, I do remember seeing this episode for the first time in 1995 when it aired. And I couldn't imagine why they would go only 30 years into the future and they'd claim all of our cities had these sanctuaries in them. I mean, I couldn't imagine back in 1995 that that would be something any state was seriously considering, especially California. But here we are. That just seems nuts.
Please fill out these forms. Answer all questions to the best of your ability. You cannot speak English, an interpreter will be provided. You cannot read, questions will be given to you verbally. If there's any part of this form you do not understand, ask one of our staff for assistance.
Well, at least that guy sounded pretty reasonable. I mean, it's like somebody thought out this whole sanctuary system pretty well. If you can't read or you can't read English, you need a little help, they're looking out for you.
Now sit down, shut up, and fill out the forms. And if you got any problems, don't come to me with them.
Oh, that's right. Government workers.
State of emergency, authoritarian rule, just round them up, put them in this shelter, I do air quotes when I say shelter, and then, in certain circumstances, we will assume control of their finances.
Angels and ministers of grace, defend us.
Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything Bird O' Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdO'Prey5 or on BirdO'Prey5.com. Take care.